Howdy, hope you're well and looking forward to another episode of Regen Rovers. 3 games for you today. Firstly, we're going to be taking on Leeds United in 5th place, although they are the favourites. They have an unbelievable team, assuming they haven't sold all their players in the January transfer window. We're also going to be taking on Hull City in 19th place, that's a must-win game. And Watford, top of the table Watford, huge match. They are currently running away with it with Norwich. We're 8 points behind Norwich, 9 points behind Watford. That could all change come the last game of today's episode though. Of course, last episode, a little bit disappointing. We lost 2-0 against 2nd place Norwich. An expected defeat against Chelsea in the FA Cup. And we did thrash our local rivals Winchester. So that was quite nice. Since then, we've won 3 and drawn 1. I'll show you the goals as usual. Exeter, a bit of a bogey team for us, aren't they? We'd like to make things difficult against them, but we managed to win, and considering our poor results against them recently, I think it's actually quite a good win. Mark Ball back to scoring ways, thankfully, in this game. They actually created the clear-cut chances. They scored twice. We created 4 half chances. This was a nice ball from Luna to Ball. That got us back into this game. Look at the Ultras, loving it. But it was Flanagan that gave us all 3 points in the end. He scored twice. Firstly, it was from a corner, kind of, the resulting play from a corner. What a brilliant strike from Flanagan on the volley. Lovely stuff. And this was the winner in the end because they did get a goal back, so we needed to get that 3rd goal. Let's have a look at it. It's good to see Flanagan on the score sheet. There was a lot of speculation about him leaving in January around this time when he was playing well for us. He hasn't left the club. Hopefully that doesn't affect his performances. Solid 2-0 win against Walsall. Am I right in thinking we've never lost against them? We've played them a lot of times. Let's just check. Yeah, our run continues against them. From 8 games we've won 5 and drawn 3. I just want to check the Exeter history actually, because I have a feeling that was only our 2nd win against them. And no, I'm wrong. We're actually level with them now because we've beaten them twice this season. So prior to that, we had only won 1 game, but we've managed to get rid of this bogey team. Now, that's good news. Exeter, one of the favourites to go down. I would be pleased to see them go down actually, because I wouldn't, because they're a team that is weak compared to the rest of the championship. If we do stay in this division, then it's good to have some weaker teams to beat, isn't it? Although, of course, in the past we found it difficult, but this year it's been fine. Let's have a look at the 2 goals against Walsall then. Our centre-backs have been goal-scoring machines this season, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not complaining. Our set pieces have been fantastic. They've really recovered. This was the 1st goal though. I have no idea why Vitor was up there. That's the thing. Why was he up there for that goal? And I didn't actually see that goal in person because I'd gone to the toilet for the first half. I came back, Vitor had scored this goal, and I thought, what was he doing? I just don't understand, but it doesn't matter. He opened the scoring. We then made it 2 in the 2nd half, a comfortable win. You can see lots of shots from us. Walsall basically did nothing. They were non-existent. We were solid at the back. We were dominant. We could have scored more goals, really. Let's have a look at the 2nd one then. So Luna into Ramirez. Great finish. Power. Oh, he's been brilliant. I love Kevin. Mark Ball gave us victory against Derby County. We really should have scored a few more goals with the chances that we created. They had 3 half chances and were fairly stubborn. Their goalkeeper had a good performance, but in the end Mark Ball did get the winning goal. I'm showing you the whole highlight here for some reason. It's really long, but you'll see that it was an end-to-end phase of play here, wasn't it? And then Martin Gamble intercepted brilliantly. It was blocked and we still went on the ball, and I thought at this point, it's a long highlight, there's going to be a goal, but for who? Who is it going to be? Fortunately for us, it was Mark Ball, because Tusakovic intercepted that goalkeeper clearance. It came to Luna, back to Tusakovic, put it on a plate for Mark Ball, and he finished. This is a disappointing draw because we went 2-0 up, and Sheffield Wednesday came back into it. Really annoying. Mark Ball scored again though. He's back on fire. This season he's not been as consistent. He has been known for his consistency, I think, overall. Luna was the one last year that sort of scored goals in batches, and I think he's done that a little bit this season as well. But Mark Ball's consistency has gone. It's just unknown. As to how he's going to perform. Like, he's just scoring his goals in batches. Like, this was his 3rd game in a row scoring, wasn't it? I think. We'll have a look in a second. That was a fantastic strike from Luna though. Excellent goal. But yeah, Mark Ball. No, sorry, not 3rd goal in a row. Didn't score against Walsall, but still, it's weird how his goals are coming in batches. Anyway, first game of the episode, we're going to be taking on Leeds United at home, who we've never beaten. They've won all 4 games. They've got a really good team. Just before we get into the match, though, I didn't sign anyone in January. We sold Alan Stevenson in the last episode to Brentford, of course. But I'm sticking with the team. We've got a lot of money to play around with in terms of a transfer budget. They've given me almost 12 million. But we don't have 12 million in the bank. We've only got 4.2. If I spend that money, we'll be in debt, and we are losing money every month this year. So I'm just trying to save the money at this stage. I don't think we need to improve the squad. It's good enough for the playoffs. Evidently, we're in the playoffs, and I think it's going to be a tough ask to catch up with the top 2 anyway, regardless of what we do. By the way, Clint Bayliss is injured for this one, so David Okoro is going to step in to play this game. He's not made a league appearance this season. He's made 1 League Cup, 3 Hampshire Senior Cup appearances. It does mean that it's given me a greyed out goalkeeper because I have no other goalkeeper to go on the bench. But I'm not going. This is just one of the cleaning lads. He comes in, cleans the dressing rooms. Charles Barker stepped up to. He's offered his services to be our sub keeper, but no, he's not going to be on the bench. We're going to take a risk and not play a goalkeeper on the bench today. It's guaranteed that something's going to go wrong, isn't it? Quite a long journey down for Leeds United then, almost a 4-hour journey, but they've made it. It's fairly direct, isn't it? You just head south, nice and easy, really. So one more change is Elliot Dix in for Vitor because he can't play against his parent club. Of course, he's on loan from Leeds. That is a blow. Someone mentioned this name. They thought it was amazing. Zeus Cortez just doesn't sound like the sort of player that should be playing for Leeds. A Spanish 20-year-old, he is insane. He's got 18 goals this season. I think he's joint top goal scorer in the league or thereabouts. Mark Ball's actually 17. Mark Ball's, I think, top goal scorer again in the league. They've got a phenomenal team, but I think they've sold a few players. They're going with a 4-4-2 as well, but you can clearly see the difference in quality, can't you, between us and this Leeds team. We're going with the home tactic. We're being brave. We're pushing the defence up, and we're seeing what happens. I can't be bothered to look at the rest. Shall I look at the? I'll look at the rest. That's just for those of you that are interested. You can pause the video if you want to have a look at the attributes. But yeah, on paper they're a better team, but they're down in 5th place, underperforming this season. They should be going straight back up to the Premier League with the quality they have. They've paying the most wages in the league. You know, over £1 million a week. We're paying 115k a week. Their wages are basically 10 times more than ours. And I know wages isn't everything, but it's a good indicator of how strong a team is, what the quality of the players they have is available to them. But we pull off surprises all the time, don't we? It's the Regen Rovers way, but we've never beaten Leeds. I'm hoping we have the playoffs wrapped up. As it stands right now, 14 points clear of Bristol Rovers. There's still a long way to go, but surely we can't slip up that badly. Here's Luna! Good save by the keeper at the near post. First clear-cut chance of the game. It was a tricky angle for Luna, but here's a corner which will probably fizzle out because that was the clear-cut chance opportunity. There we go. It's quite formulaic after a while. Oh, here's a chance. Luna. Back to Ramirez. Kevin. Oh, feeds it through to Mark Ball. Lovely to Luna. That's a great touch. Luna! Oh, he didn't get enough power behind it. A second clear-cut chance for Luna that he's missed, but it was lovely football from us, to be fair, and their goalkeeper's now having a good game. Here's Luna again. We've been very, very good so far. Mark Ball. Mark Ball's through. Mark Ball! What a save again. A third clear-cut chance, but that one was an exceptional save by the goalkeeper. Mark Ball, I think, did everything right. It was going right in the corner, possibly the top corner, but somehow their keepers kept it out, and he's having a blinder. And Leeds did nothing in that half. We should be 3-0 up if we'd taken those opportunities. And their goalkeeper hadn't been playing well. Okoro is going to be facing the Okoro Roar this time. Of course, he was playing with them behind him in the first half. But he's not had anything to do. I'm pleased, but I've gone for the avenge thing. I don't think there's much else we can do. We just need Luna and Ball to stick their shooting boots on because we've given them 3 clear-cut chances. On another day would be fine because we're generally fairly good at taking our chances. But Leeds have a quality goalkeeper and he's kept them all out. And are they going to punish us for that? It's crossed in. Oh, yes, they are. I thought Okoro had managed to get hold of it then, but no. They have scored, and it wasn't even a clear-cut chance. And that is a real blow. Zeus with the strike. Are we going to lose for the 5th time in a row to Leeds United? Look, I really thought Okoro had pulled off a really good save. Look, he got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to turn it around that post. Corner to Sakovic. Crossed in. Far too close to the goalkeeper. I was hoping the defenders could show the strikers how to finish, but unfortunately not. And Tahar clears it up the pitch. And, oh no, how has Zeus got hold of that? Zeus, what a goal. That's the difference in quality, isn't it? 20th goal of the season for him. Level with Mark Ball now in the championship race for the Golden Boot. That's a shame. After a really good first half. The goalkeeper's on a 7.8, I think. That's crossed in, and he's caught that one again. Too easy for Tahar. I was thinking, actually, Bayliss hasn't done a huge amount this season. Here's Zeus again. Zeus! Too easy. Too easy for Zeus. Yeah, Bayliss has been okay. I wouldn't say he's been as good as last year. He had a phenomenal end to last year, didn't he? And of course, Okoro, just if we go up, or if we stay in the championship, I'm thinking Okoro should become our 3rd choice goalkeeper, Bayliss our 2nd, and then sign in the summer a really good goalkeeper. I think that's what we need to do, regardless of if we go up or not. Bayliss is great. He's I love him, and I love Okoro, of course, but there's just something that I just feel like we need to do something. So it's a 4th clear-cut chance. I mean, Leeds have scored 3 from 3 half chances. We've scored 0 from 4 clear-cut chances. Frustrating. It just shows the difference in quality. I've mentioned that a couple of times now, but it's annoying. Mark Ball straight at the keeper. Leeds are definitely a bogey team. Matteo's taking a free kick. Our centre-back steps up and curls it just wide. Some disappointing displays today. Actually going to bring Ryan Curtis on for Cochrane on the right. And Oliver's going to come on for Luna. Well, we don't deserve to lose 3-0, but we haven't taken our chances. So maybe you could argue we don't deserve to win because we didn't take our chances. I'm not sure we deserve to lose. Coro clears that up the pitch. Can we get a consolation goal? Here's Flanagan stepping in. He's not had the best game. That one's really had the best game, have they? Mark Ball to Oliver. Out wide to Kay. Kay crosses it in. Headed away. Mark Ball's through. Oliver gets his first. I was asleep. I thought that's the end. But we've picked up a consolation goal. Sorry, I switched off there. Ryan Curtis played it. Really good ball to Mark Ball with his pace. And Andy Oliver gets his first league goal for the club. That's an important goal for him to get. He's got 3 in the Hampshire Senior Cup, but he's finally got 1 in the league. Look at the statistics. We actually scored from the half chance and not the 4 clear-cut chances. It's just bloody frustrating, isn't it? 18 shots to their 14. We played well. We just switched off at the back a few times. Maybe if we'd had Vitor at the back, it would have been a different story. I don't know. If we get a second, that would be really annoying because, I mean, it'd be great in terms of confidence for the strikers if they can get a second goal. It's not going to happen. There's 20 seconds to go, isn't there? Well, what could have been? If that first half, if all those chances had gone in, if the goalkeeper hadn't had a blinder, Okoro pulls off a save. They're only all 5 clear-cut chances in this game have been saved by the goalkeepers. What's going on there? I don't get it. I think this kind of confirms that we're going to be in the playoffs. There's surely no chance of us catching the top 2. They've been far too good. I'm going to go for that because their performance was good. It was literally the chances in front of goal. Mark Ball, he missed 1 clear-cut chance, and that was probably was it 1 or did he miss 2? Maybe just 1. It was a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. He actually played well. 8.2, got the assist. Andy Oliver came off the bench, scored the goal. I've decided to take action. We're going to be doing some chance conversion training. I'd very rarely take control of this. I just let my assistant do this. But it is amazing how much depth you can get into the training these days. And I occasionally step in if I think it's required, like defending corners if we've been conceding corners. But chance creation, we need to work on that, don't we, ahead of the Hull City game. So where are we in the table, I hear you ask? We've dropped to 4th. We've dropped below Blackburn Rovers. We're now 11 points behind Norwich, 12 behind first place Watford. Mark Ball is no longer top goal scorer in the league. It's all about Zeus, unfortunately. We're still 5 points clear of Leeds, considering we're expected to finish here and they're expected to finish here. That's not bad. It's nice to hear from some of the old fan favourites in the press occasionally. Samuel Senior has been heavily involved this season, but Luke Mooney has praised inform Andy Oliver. Scored a few goals this season in the Southern Division 1 West. Good old Luke Mooney. We had high hopes for him. He never quite turned out how he hoped because he left, didn't he? When he decided to chase the dream and it didn't work. Hull City have made the long journey south then to Winchester to take us on in today's second match. Couple changes then. Bayliss is back from his injury. He is in goal. Vitor is also back into the team. And Andy Oliver has been rewarded for his recent form. I know a few of those goals in the Hampshire Senior Cup, but he scored his first league goal against Leeds. He's playing up front alongside Mark Ball. Luna's dropped to the bench after all those clear-cut chance misses. The Hull City team, they're towards the bottom of the table, but they've got some decent players. Broughton, a good striker. He's actually their most assists this season, and Hunt is their top goal scorer with only 5, so they've really lacked goals by the looks of it, which means they're probably going to score a few against us today. Come on, lads. Let's keep this. I mean, it's been fairly good momentum. That was a blow against Leeds. But that is the issue this year. We've lost against the big teams. The teams we're expected to lose against. But if we really were serious about automatic promotion, we needed to beat those teams. And we've lost them all. We've beaten the teams we should be beating, though, which is a good start. And if we do go into the playoffs again, I have high hopes. We know how to score goals. We just maybe need to be a bit more solid at times. Here's to Sakovic. Blocked cross. It's back to K. Our German left back. That's blocked as well. That's poor. 2 blocked crosses. And Mattio's been beaten by Broughton. Look at him go. He's a good player. It's out wide to Lewis Burton. To their left back who's getting forwards. Kelly blocks it though. It's back to Ajao. Into Dovey or Dovey. Drives forward. Hits it over the bar. Poor start to the game. Not done anything so far. I'm going to go attacking. We've won a corner though where we've been pretty deadly, but the last few though have been straight into the goalkeeper's arms, and I've instructed to Zakovic to hit it to the near post, not to that area. So he's just not getting his accuracy from the corners. Here's Gamble into Cochrane. Cochrane drives at the defence. This is brilliant. It's a lovely ball out wide to Zakovic, maybe a little bit too much on it. It's back to K. K. Come on, K. Into Ramirez. He's got Flanagan open. There he is. He's got Cochrane open. Now Cochrane. This is nice. Has the shot. Caught by the keeper. I think Hull are being fairly solid. We've not really done anything. We've had possession. Maybe this is an opportunity. We might need to rely on set pieces today. Ramirez. Lovely ball out wide to Gamble. Gamble crosses. Back post. Andy Oliver's onto it. He's got Tasakovic open, crosses it in. It's a really good save by the goalkeeper because it took a wicked deflection off their defender. Another throw in. K this time. Into Ramirez. Ramirez, our number 6. Running. Oh, he's been tackled. That's poor, but Cochrane's after it. He's done well to get hold of that, and he's now got Flanagan open. Flanagan. Long cross. That's poor, but Tasakovic can pick up the pieces. To Ramirez. Into Flanagan again. We're going to be able to look at all the men. And the colour clash again. It's annoying. Whenever we play Hull, it is irritating. Tasakovic heads it over. We're getting some joy down the wings. We're just not creating opportunities. And actually, we've both had 3 shots. We've had more possession, but we've not really got anywhere, have we? But here's Vitor stepping in to Tasakovic. Feet. Oh, that's a beautiful ball through to Mark Ball, who hits the post. First clear-cut chance of the game, and didn't take it. At least he didn't hit it straight at the keeper. Here's Dovey crossing it in. Bayliss comes and gathers. Now, can we create something from here? Is he going to lump it, or is he going to be patient? He's going to lump it over the top. Looking for Mark Ball. He's done really well here. Mark Ball to Oliver. Andy Oliver scores! Yes, maybe this is a new partnership. Luna's fantastic, but wow, 2 goals in 2 games for him, and both created by Mark Ball. That was a really good assist from Mark Ball, but it's a great find from Bayliss. A lovely first touch from Mark Ball to bring it down. Takes out those 3 defenders, and Oliver's left alone, and it's a top-class finish. Stepped up from the National League or National League South? One of those 2. He's stepped up, and he's scored twice now in the league, and 3 Hampshire Senior Cup games. But here come Hull, that's smashed over. We've got injuries to our wingers, which is why we don't have any on the bench, by the way. I'm going to go back to balanced. We've been fairly dominant even on balanced, I think. Actually, we weren't. It's only when we went attacking. And we're going to put it back to balanced. Oh no, they're through here straight at the start. Oh, it's a fantastic save by Bayliss. It was a long old lump from them, and it just went between our two centre-backs who were asleep right at the start of the second half, and Bayliss had to put off a top-class save, and Mark Ball's done really well there. Is this going to be a highlight? He's still got. Look at him go! Oh, Mark Ball, he's been tackled, but that was brilliant. Just gained a lot of ground there, didn't he? Ramirez tired and not playing particularly well today. We're going to bring on Bilbo. Just over half an hour to go. As Andy Oliver does really well there. Maybe he scored that really good goal against Winchester City. Crosses in. Mark Ball! It's a really good save, but another clear-cut chance miss from Mark Ball. He's been a bit camera shy the last couple of episodes, hasn't he, in front of goal? That's a real shame. But that was a fantastic save by the keeper again, to be fair. The first one against Leeds, really good save by the keeper. Second one in this game, hit the post. Third one, oh, is this a chance? Nope. Third one, maybe should have done a bit better, but it was another good save by the goalkeeper. Deep in our own half here, Gamble just gives away possession. I hate that. It happens so much. Really irritating. Well, the chance conversion hasn't worked for Mark Ball. It's worked for Andy Oliver, the training. But he was fine with his chance conversion, wasn't he? Do we take Mark Ball off? Or do we put the trust that he's going to score from the third clear-cut chance? I'm going to leave him for a little bit. Maybe take him off in the 80-minute mark. Here's a corner. Tasakovic whips it in. Oh, we've won a penalty. And do I give it to Mark Ball? No, I mean, Flanagan's our new penalty taker. Tasakovic kept missing them. I changed it. We haven't had a penalty for ages, apart from in the Hampshire Senior Cup. I've put the faith in Flanagan. Let's see if he can step up and stick it in the back of the net. Here he comes, and he scores. Good. 2-0. I think that should hopefully confirm victory. I'm going to take off Mark Ball for Ryan Curtis, actually. Play him as a deep line forward on attack. Good penalty from Flanagan, who I will take off for D'Alfonso for the last few minutes. Throw in a dangerous position. Can we get a third? It's been a fairly comfortable game. We should have scored more, shouldn't we? Great ball from Bilbo. Tasakovic. What a pass from Bilbo. And Tasakovic finishes at the back post. That was really, really good. And it's a nice, comfortable, that's the word of today's match, win against Hull City. Look at this. It's like a cross/through. It's like Kevin De Bruyne, isn't it? What a ball. And the whole team have very good ratings today, apart from, I think, Mark Ball, actually. Got an assist, but he's missed 2 clear-cut chances again today. Hopefully, can turn it on against Watford, but it's going to be difficult against a team top of the table. But there's the final whistle. That's a good win. Pleased with that. Oh, Martin Gamble played really well at right back, actually. But man of the match goes to Tasakovic in the end. It's time for the last match of the episode then. We've headed up the M3 and round the M25 to take on Watford. Couple changes for this match then. Unfortunately, Tasakovic can't play because he is on loan from Watford, so he can't play against his parent club. Bayliss is back in goal. He's back from injury. Vitor is back, which is great. So Cochrane has moved to the left and Rutherford's come in on the right hand side. I'm sticking with Oliver and Mark Ball up front for this one. I'm slightly pessimistic about this because we have lost against the big teams, the teams we're expected to lose against this season, and they have some very good players. Ryan Cassidy's their top goal scorer on the left hand side. Irish international, played him a few times. I think he's scored against us a few times. Savage on the right. They've got the quality difference is obvious. It really is. They have some very good players. Oh look, Ronaldo Vieira's been capped by England 3 times. Interesting. Steve Jones in the middle. They've got a real player at the back. Franco. Their best performing player is actually this chap, Harry Longstaff. Really good average rating from the centre back. So they're probably solid at the back as well. I'm going to go for this. Speak to the midfield. That's a battle we need to win. They've got 3 in the middle really of the attacking midfielder, I suppose. I'm going to stick with... We're playing with the away tactic. Oh, are we? No, I want it on the away tactic. We don't want it on the home tactic, I don't think. We need the deeper defensive line. And we want to try and hit them on the break a bit. Hit early crosses in. Go a bit more direct. I'm going to keep the faith with what we know best. What has worked for us this season. But it hasn't worked against the big teams. That's the issue. We've beaten Hull though. We needed to win that game. That was the must-win game. If we win today, there's probably a very slim chance of catching the top 2. If we lose, I think it's all over. I think we haven't guaranteed a playoff place yet, but we're almost nailed on. I can't see us completely flopping for the rest of the season. We're too strong for a lot of teams. We really are. It's just the strikers had a bit of a strange few games, haven't they? Luna and Mark Ball missing all those clear-cut chances. Luckily, Oliver's stepped up. First highlight of the game then, Watford on the attack. Here's Cassidy. Back to... this is Jones, I don't know who that was. Lillis. Oh no, this looks dangerous. Smashed over though. Look, 0 shots from us after 15 minutes, but we must be fairly solid here. I'm going to praise them for their solidity so far. Here come Watford again though, 32 minutes on the clock. Here's Flanagan, pumping it long. Can't find anyone. Maybe I should drop a striker back. Seems to be a problem, doesn't it? So maybe I'll do that. Oliver or Mark Ball. Oh, tipped over the bar by Bayliss. I'm going to drop Oliver back. It's a deep line forward. Corner to Watford. Savage crosses it in. Oh, still dangerous here. They're still in possession. Here's Vieira. Crossed in again. Page. Easy save for Bayliss. Half time. 0-0. That's okay. I'm quite pleased with that, to be honest. No, it's not the most exciting game to watch, but we need to be solid against these teams, don't we? We've actually moved up to 3rd with this draw as it stands. Here's Lillis though. Edge of the box is blocked. Cassidy hits the post. He was offside anyway. We just need to hit them on the break once, don't we? We've just not done anything, unfortunately. Here's Cassidy. When they're in possession, they keep hold of it. Cassidy over the bar. We're restricting them to long shots, which isn't a good thing really for us because we concede a lot of them. Not so many these days, fortunately. Here's Jones. Into Lillis. Through to Page. Cassidy again. Sosa. They're probing away, aren't they? It's a great crossing off the cross, but they've been unlucky. That was offside, though. Going to bring on Luna for Oliver. Let's see if Luna can get that goal he really desperately wants. And Cochrane's going to move to the right. Rutherford's on a yellow. He's going to come off a Bilbo or just play... he plays an inverted winger or a wide inverted winger. Why not? Let's give that a go. Might work a treat, you never know. Free kick. Kevin Ramirez to take it. Plays it short to Cochrane. Into Luna. Luna out wide to Mark Ball. He needs to be in the middle, doesn't he? It's blocked, and that's poor, really. We wasted that free kick. It was strange that it was played short. We could have knocked it into the danger zone, but no. Here's Cassidy through to Page. Misses. Clear-cut chance. First clear-cut chance of the game. He slashes it wide. Delfonso's going to come on for Flanagan in the middle. He's not done a huge amount today. Got a pretty poor average rating. But most of the team do. But I think overall we're done okay. We're lucky to be 0-0, I suppose. Here they come. Dix heads that away. Can't find Delfonso. Page. Oh no. Where? Oh, great save, Bayliss. But where the hell were the defence there? I'm actually going to go defensive. I don't understand what happened to the defence then. They just vanished, didn't they? We'll continue to try and hit them on the break. We're going to regroup though, but we will counter. I know a draw isn't really good enough if we're chasing the top 2, but I'm happy with a draw against the first place team in the division. And it's an improvement on what we've managed previously. Bayliss has had a good game, 7.3 from him. He's prevented 2 clips. Wow, he's saved that chance there, didn't he, from Cassidy? Look at the formation they're playing. They've actually gone fairly defensive. They've gone 2 up front, but they've pulled these 2 back. Well, an incredibly boring game where we've done nothing. But if we can prevent this from being a goal here... oh, offside. They've had a few offsides. That would have been awful, wouldn't it, if that had counted? Yeah, I'll take a draw. And that was terrible, I know, from a neutral or from a Regen Rovers perspective, a fan watching. But that is a good goalkeeping display from Bayliss. Vitor played well at the back, 7.3 from him. We weren't even playing Matteo today, our most expensive signing ever. I'm pleased. I am. We gotta be. So Watford have dropped to 2nd. We're 1 point behind Blackburn, but we're well above. We're 15 points above Bristol Rovers. It's interesting. Usually the playoffs, there's a few teams in and around just below that will be very close to getting into the playoffs. But this year, it does seem to be You've got the top 2 running away quite far, quite a few points ahead. You've then got the next 4 running away from this. And you've got this big bunch here, this mid-table bunch, all the way from 7th down to around about here, I suppose. It's fairly spread out. I mean, Barnsley are cut away at the bottom, aren't they? I suppose the playoff, the relegation race looks fairly interesting, particularly Stoke. Below that, Ipswich maybe a bit too far behind. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I was hoping that we could push for automatic promotion this year, but with the teams in the division this season, it was always going to be tough. I was thinking Leeds would run away. It's a surprise that Norwich are doing so well, but we've got to be pleased with how we've played this year. And there's still plenty of football to go, but we need to keep the momentum going. We might think, we're in the playoffs, we're in our flip-flops until the playoffs, but we've got to keep that momentum going into the playoffs, and there's still a quarter of the season to play, isn't there? We've got Blackburn in 3rd, that's a big game. But I'll probably play quite a few games now. I might even play all the way until towards the end of the season. Maybe we'll show the last 5 games. We might not be playing for anything, but it'd be nice to have... We always like to end the season with a long episode. Possibly, it probably won't be a premiere unless there's a chance of getting into the automatic places. But I'll probably end with a long episode, and then of course the playoffs, we will have the premiere. Assuming we get into the playoffs. I hope so. Well, I hope we get automatically promoted, but that looks extremely unlikely. But we'll end it there. I'm rambling. Sorry. I haven't done an Ask the Manager today, sorry. I'll do more questions in the next episode, I promise. But until next time, enjoy FM19, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.